Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending again, JGen Clan's Excel class. And in this class, we are sharing our Excel skills with each other in the hopes that we can all grow together. A lot of business places use Excel and we will be able to be productive in our place of work. So with that said, we're now going to open our Excel spreadsheet. So in the last 3 weeks, the first week was an introduction to Excel, discuss what a spreadsheet is, what do we do, why would we need to use Excel? We discussed all of that. We discussed formatting, a lot of how do you enter data into the spreadsheet and format the data. On today, we would like to get to conditional formatting, but before we get to conditional formatting, there was a little test for everyone to do. So the answers are in L1 through L12. And the questions are in I, so we would like you to format the spreadsheet on the left so that it eventually looks like the spreadsheet on the right. Okay, so we're going to let her do that without our input.
The first thing I would put this and I would paint, and I'm gonna paint that blue. I want to highlight the whole table, A1 to F11.
Okay, so go into A1, click and hold and drag down 11. Okay,
Okay,
you left out one.
how do I drag it down?
Okay, so what you can do now, hold the shift key and press your
Mm-hmm.
down arrow on your computer. Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
all right.
Why don't you just put the grid lines in?
Okay, so like this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Does that look like about what you wanted to do?
Yes,
Okay.
ish.
Yep. Yep. So we said format the table. So we're going to do add grid lines, which you just did. Make the data fit the column. Okay. So you're going to go to each, after you do each one, please make it gray. So add grid lines should be gray now. Yep. Yep.
Okay, so to make it fit, I can just like carry it out, or I can like double click on the cell.
Okay, what I'm saying is if you want to drag out a cell by dragging instead of by double clicking, you click
Mm-hmm.
the rightmost border. In
Mm-hmm.
this case, you want to drag it out, so you're clicking the rightmost border.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me say this. Always remember, whatever you want to do to a column, you go above to the column header.
Mm-hmm.
You see where it's green in F now? You want to
Yes.
be up there. If you want to do something to an entire column, you want to do it up there. So you want to just go get the column marker, the column
Mm-hmm.
border, and drag it out.
Okay.
Alternately, what you could have done is double click and the data would drag to fit. But I
So
didn't want you to do that there because there's another way to make the data fit, and that's later in the questions.
okay, I'm sorry. Where would you double click if you go back?
Okay, on the column marker, anything you want to do to a column, you're going to do it
Mm-hmm.
up here where the column letters are, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
want to make this column fit right here. Now, this is kind of big, right? So if we wanted it just to fit, we would double click on the column marker right here. Did you
Okay.
see that?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to undo because it looks better, bigger. And
Okay.
so you have to be, if you want to do something to a column, you got to be in the column marker descriptors. And if you want to do something to a row, you have to be in the numbers, the row numbers descriptors.
Okay.
All right, keep going. So make the data fit the column. You haven't fit col A yet. What I wanted to show you is you could actually double click. You could select all of the columns and double click in order to fit the data in all of the columns
Okay.
from A through F. So columns A through F, if you select that and you double click on any one of the column border lines, the edge markers, then you would actually make the data fit A through F right there. Okay. Now double
Mm-hmm.
click on any one of those column borders and it'll make the data fit on the
Okay.
right there. Double click. Okay. You see that? So everything fits nicely into the cell. All right. What's next? So make the data fit. You can mark that off. Next one, use the format painter on this cell. So that cell doesn't look like the others, right? On
Yeah.
the other questions, but the yellow is out of place. Is that correct?
Yes.
It should look like the rest of the questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
how are you going to use the format painter? Now this is not teaching. This is just recap of everything we've done so far.
So you're gonna go in the cell and then you're going to do the filling
No,
here.
I wanted you to do format painter. Where's the format painter? Just point to it. Don't touch, don't click on it.
It's
Just
right
show me.
here on the
Right.
left.
Okay. So how do you use the format painter?
You click on it. You have to be on the cell that you want to be painted.
No, you have to first be on the cell you want to mimic. You want to
Oh,
mimic the formatting of another cell. Which cell you want to mimic?
this one.
This format painter, you're mimicking that cell. And where do you
Hmm.
want to mimic it to?
Right here.
Okay, good. So you've done that. Now you can make it gray. That's good. Use wrap text on the addresses. Stop for a minute. Let me do this. Now
Okay.
you've expanded the cell to fit the data. But what if you didn't want the cell to be bigger because there's stuff below it, like first name, last name, that you didn't want to affect? Let's drag that back in. 1 minute. So now the address doesn't fit. How can you
Hmm.
make it fit? You can use wrap text. So what you would do is select the text you want to wrap into the cell. And I showed you how it's supposed to look over here in P2, right? It would look
Okay.
like that. Okay. So let
Hmm.
us now uh, select the text that we want to wrap text. So what I
Oh,
wanted to show you is how to wrap text. So select all the cells for which you want the text to fit in the cell.
okay. So that would be the whole of E.
Yes, but not the whole column. E2 through E11, that's the range. And if you were to now select wrap text from your ribbon bar, it's under the alignment menu. And you now select A2 through 11, and you double
Hmm.
click on the row borders now. It'll make the text just fit in the row. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but then it gives you like two rows of information.
Each one has 2 rows. All right, so that's the idea.
Yes, but to make the data fit, like if you wanted it to just be on one line,
Mm-hmm.
right? To
Yeah,
make the data fit, you could just go to the end of cell E and like drag it out.
we did that before. Yes,
Right. Okay.
that was the first thing you did, but I wanted
Okay.
you to know how to wrap
To wrap
text,
the okay. So to
right?
wrap the text, you're gonna
Uh-huh.
highlight the set the column and then select wrap
And then,
text.
correct, yes.
Okay.
So if I were to do that, and now that we've made it so big, we don't want the rows to be that big, we can select the rows. Are you with me?
Uh-huh.
Double click these row markers right here. You see I'm under 4,
Right.
and it would bring the data. So now that you dragged it out,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now the rows are too big now. So what I did was I double clicked between the row markers to make it. Now, if you notice, this in P4 is still wrapped. So
Mm-hmm.
what happens is this cell looks bigger than the others, but if I were to
Right.
double click to expand it out, expand it, right. And then I did 4. it would put just one line of text,
Okay.
right? So once more, what we did, we chose that so that you would learn how to wrap text within a cell.
Okay.
Right? You could, and the easiest thing to do is just click on the row, the column that has the data, double click to
Okay.
drag it out. But if you
Yeah.
had a cell that you did not want to make too wide, because for
Mm-hmm.
here now you have first name, last name, you're going to have a whole lot of space after them. You might want to, the data that's at the top, maybe you want to keep it there, but you will wrap text on
Wrap the
just
text.
the top portion. Does that make
Okay.
sense? I mean, it's
Yes.
an unusual setup for this, but because we have many different spreadsheets on the same, many different tables on the same spreadsheet, that's why we had to do it that way. All right, so you did that. I want you to do the next one.
Okay. So I'm gonna mimic I5.
Yes. Okay, what's next?
The easy way to do it is just to, okay, but I don't know. Tell me again.
Okay, you're going to use the format painter.
Okay. So I go to Format Painter and
Mm-hmm.
then I click on what I'm trying to paint.
Right, right. The reason
Okay.
I keep telling you to do this is I want it to be second nature to you, that if you know, I want the cell to look like that one, you just copy the formatting from that cell to that. You understand?
Using Format Painter.
Yeah.
Um, okay.
When we drag this in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had the text going in two rows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, right, like that. This is, you know, a lot, but in order to correct the vertical, now if I drag this back out, to make the data fit. Now it fits on one line, but your alignment is off. So the way we
Yeah.
fix that, we selected the cells that were out of alignment that we wanted to fix, and we
Mm-hmm.
just double click the row. We double click the row marker. I don't even know that that's what Excel calls it, but anyway, that's what I call it. Between the rows. Oh, I
Uh-huh.
see. We still have some stuff here that's out of alignment. Let's just bring them out. And now we can select all those rows, double click. That's how you fix your vertical alignment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so we've finished that. You can mark that gray anyhow you want. Okay, there you go. All right, auto sum with alt equal. So do we have number of children? So you wouldn't want to auto sum age. That's not a quantity that would give you any detail. But
Mm-hmm.
if you auto sum the number of children, let's see how you do that on the left.
Okay. Auto sum the number of children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Column D. So you can go to D12
Mm-hmm.
and then you can
No, you
do
cannot. What did I tell you? What's the question?
you said to auto sum with alt plus equal. So
So how
I
are you going to
can,
do that?
okay, you can alt plus equal.
No, not the pluses. Okay, let me take out the plus because it's confusing you. Hold on. I don't need you to do the plus sign. It's alt equal, but I didn't want you.
Okay, so I'm guessing here because I didn't review. So I would highlight the column, right? And then I would select alt and then equal,
You're highlighting the whole column.
like from here, from
Where do you want to
D2,
put your data?
I want to put it at D12.
Okay, so go into D12 now,
But I was doing that before.
but you were
Mhm.
highlighting the column and that would not make you be in D12. You follow me?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So now you're going to do alt equal.
Alt equal.
Did you see that how it put in the sum of everything
It,
above it?
yep, it
It
put a
hit
formula in.
right. Yeah. That's it. Enter. I'm not sure you got it
It says
because
24.
yeah, it says 24, but we did auto sum 3 weeks in a row. And I think you struggled with it a little bit.
Okay.
So let's have you do another one. I think I hid one of the sheets here. So let me take out this. Why
Mm-hmm.
don't we have you auto sum the price and cost
Okay.
without me?
So
You can do it two different ways.
okay, so I can highlight this, right?
Do you need to do that? Or you just want to take the
No,
long road home? Where do
no.
you want to
I
put,
can just,
where, there you go.
and then I could just do the alt equal right
Mm-hmm.
there
Yeah,
on E26.
you can
So
just do
I'll
it.
do that. Alt equal, and
Okay.
that gives you the formula. Or you could have
Enter.
gone
Why
into
don't you
this.
enter to get your
Oh,
value? There you
I'm
go. Next
sorry.
one. Next F. You're
Or you
going
could
to,
have gone here
uh-huh.
into E26, and you could have put a formula in.
You can, but I don't want you to do a formula. I want you to do a one button click. What's the other one
Okay.
button click for
I can
auto sum?
I could expand the formula over to
No, I don't want you
from,
to do that. I want you to do it separately. What
but
is the other way of doing a one click for auto sum?
you could go to the bar at the bottom.
No, I don't want you to do that either
What did
because
you
that
ask the
only
other?
returns a value.
Go to the
There is
top.
an auto sum button. Go ahead, Andrea.
At the top. I can't do
Oh,
it
right.
on my thing because I'm on my phone. But if you go to
Okay,
the top, Diane,
Okay, enter.
and
oops.
then I
Oh my.
enter.
That's it.
Yeah.
See, I moved ahead of the class now.
I'm not beating up on you, but I want you to remember all of these quick tricks because you could write equals sum and then select
The
the range.
cells, right?
Yes, but
F2
why
to
not just do one
F25.
click? Just why not just
Okay.
do one click? You could have also, that is quicker. You could have just dragged over the function from the left of it,
Mm-hmm.
E26. You could have dragged it over, but I wanted to make sure you understand all the different ways to do AutoSum.
Okay.
All right, back to our original sheet. So you have done the AutoSum without equal. You can make that gray.
Okay. How do you want me to make it gray? You want me to mimic?
Anyhow, I just want you to understand
Mimic.
them.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So average age. So what is the average age of the participants?
The average age of the children.
No, I don't have the age of the children. I have the age of the people who have children.
Oh, oh Lord. Okay. So
Drag that
they
column out a little bit. No, you can't double click this time. Drag it out so that you have more space on C. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. Okay, there you go. That's where we're going to put our average age.
okay.
Why don't we put it underneath?
Why don't you ask Miss Agnes?
Miss Agnes is looking on her cell phone, so we
Okay.
can't.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
She can
Sorry.
instruct me. So I'm gonna go here, right here. I'm in C13.
Why don't you go into C12?
Okay, because I saw average age in A13.
Oh, no, sorry. I had started putting the questions there. Let me
Okay,
delete that. And then I decided to put them on the right.
okay. So I'm gonna go to C12,
Hmm.
and Miss Agnes, you could tell me what to do.
No, I want you to do it. You're showing off
Oh,
all you learned in the last 2 weeks.
oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Um, the average age. Feel free to jump in, Miss Agnes.
You really, really, really want Miss Agnes to help you.
Okay, so wasn't that a function like at the bottom right here? No?
You like to cheat. Yes, that is a function, but I want to see that you know what you are doing. So I don't want you to just get the value and put it there. I want you to
Oh,
put the function there so I can look in the formula bar and determine if you did it the right way.
yes. So
Why
then
don't you
you're going to
start?
go
How do you
to,
start functions
you could go to
without
formula.
without going to the formula bar?
Oh,
Because
you can go to equal.
you put equal.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't that for a, yeah, it is a formula.
Equal what?
So equal
What are you trying to find?
C2,
No, no, no,
the,
no,
the
no. Equal what?
Some.
No, we're not summing. We're finding the average.
Oh.
So type average.
so type out the whole average.
AV. There it is, the second one.
And
No, it's not. Yeah, you double click.
oh, double click. Okay, and then you can type in your range, or can you drag your range in?
You can drag the range.
Okay, so I'm gonna go from C2 to C11.
Okay, that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Enter. 43.1 is the average age. Those are some old people.
Okay, so just to recap, so I did equal, and then I started typing average, and then the pop-up comes up, right? And then I can either type in like C2 to C11, or I could just drag it down if I'm lazy, and then you select enter.
How would you type C2 to C11? So, all right, so let me show you what I was trying to get you to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hit escape. If you're in a formula and you think you messed it up, just hit escape. So I
Okay.
wanted to do equal average.
Mm-hmm.
I notice I typed the whole word, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to do C2 colon C11,
Uh-huh.
close my parentheses and enter that.
Okay.
So you can actually type out the word average and then C2 to C11, right?
Okay. Yes.
So just wanted you to see how. Now, you see, look at the formula here. In the formula bar, equal average,
Mm-hmm.
C2 colon C11. So your range is referred to as C2 colon C11.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So you
Yes.
can make average gray now. Okay.
So I'm clicking on, let's say, I3. See, okay, now it comes. And then I'm going to do format painter, and then I'm going to go to average age.
Right. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Now insert a column for number. You don't, we're not going to do that. You can mark that off because we already inserted the column on the left. So just hit the format painter again. Now, if you want to continue using, make those two blue, the last two, and I want to show you something. Just click and use the fill color. You're struggling with format painter, and we're going to stop that now because we're going to go right over it. So everything after the white cell in the action items, I want you to make those blue. Just select them. The vacant row there, the vacant
Yes.
cell. Everything after that, we're going to make it blue. Use your font filler to make it blue. Font filler, yeah. Use the arrow. Okay, choose any blue. Doesn't matter what color blue. That's perfect. Now, I want you to now go to add grid lines that is gray. And this is just practicing the format painter. No, no, no. I want you to go to the instruction, add grid lines. No, 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 no. Go to the function, add grid lines. Hit escape, go to the function, add grid lines. Okay, I3, add grid lines.
Hold on. I'm not there. I'm lost.
I3, just click in I3.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that's the color, that's the cell you want to mimic, right? Format Painter. We want to copy what's in the cell that you have copied there, right? So you have it selected. You're going to double click on Format Painter and I'm going to show you something. So double click on Format Painter. Did you double click? Okay. Now go to the first blue one, correct vertical alignment. Hit that. Hit that. Okay. Hit the one below it. Hit the one below it. Hit the one below it. Okay. What you've done is if you double click on Format Painter, now you can hit Escape. Escape.
I did.
Okay. So you, why is this? Okay, fine. What I'm trying to show you is that when you went into Format Painter, right? If you just click once, it'll format just the one cell that you click next. Right? So if I were to go on the address here, E1, and I were to hit Format Painter and then come down here on the bottom, it would make it gray. If I were to type something in here, the word would be white, just like E1.
Right.
Right? If I were to click E1 again, hit double click Format Painter, and then everything I click after that will become that same color. And the Format Painter would remain highlighted. You see that? Now to
Yes.
get off of it, I just click it again. Right?
Okay.
So I'm
Can
gonna
you
fix.
get off of it by clicking escape?
Yes. No, I just clicked again. I thought you could, but I don't remember. Let me see. Let me try something. Oh, hold on. Address, double click, click, click. Now let me hit escape. Yes. So you can get off of it by hitting escape. All right, you're struggling with the Format Painter. I'm not sure I understand why. Basically, you have a cell you want to mimic the formatting, right? So you first click on the cell you want to copy the formatting. You click on the cell, you go to Format Painter, and then the very next thing you do will have that formatting. If you want to keep holding the Format Painter, you double click it, and then everything you click after that will become the same formatting as the cell that you copied.
Right.
All right, so that's good. So this is good. So formatting 3, I think we've done everything there. Now, I need you to remember how to do the split cells. So you're going to copy A2 through A11. A2 through A11.
So this is A2 to, okay, so do I have control?
Yes, you have control. I never
So I
took
do
it back.
A2 and I drag it to A11.
Okay, now copy that.
You
I don't see
okay?
any cop. Okay, it's right here.
Oh, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay, now paste that into, just
What are you doing?
go to A19, go to A19 and hit enter. Okay, do you want me to demonstrate that again? You got it?
No. So you said to copy the row above the row below.
Right.
So I select the range that I want to copy.
Mm-hmm.
Then I select copy, and then I go to a cell below and I put the cursor in that cell and I hit enter, and everything is copied below.
Right. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay,
Yeah.
now now that you've copied, now keep in mind you could do Control C to copy, right?
Okay.
So you don't have to click the mouse and go look for which menu item. If you know, Control C is copy always in many programs, in actually every program that I know of.
Okay.
Control C will copy. You go to the cell where you want to paste it. Now in Excel, if you hit enter, it'll paste whatever is in the clipboard right there, right? Or you could do Control V to paste, right? Now, what I want you to do, it's above, it says split cells, copy A23. So you're going to split the cells into first name and last name. So I
So
know who didn't watch the video. So
I
what
had
we
a
did
rough week.
last week, we selected, watch me do it. We selected the range here. In fact, I'll have you do it. Select the cells that you want to split.
Okay, so from A19 to A28.
Okay, we're going to go to data because you're splitting the data.
Data.
And you're going to say text to columns. You're going to select text to columns, and that is under the data tools menu. That's
So,
queries and connections that you're on right now. You
so
want
I
to go to
selected
data
data.
tool. You're already on data. So your whole ribbon is data now. So the
Right.
part of the ribbon you need to go to is data tools.
Okay.
You found
I
it?
didn't. No.
Look again. Keep looking till you find it. What section do you want to be in? Data tools, correct?
Yes.
So where's the data tools section?
Um.
You're not looking at the icons, you're looking at the section. The section name is on the bottom of each section, right?
Okay.
And I got
So
to see
it's
what
over
they're called.
here.
Right. So one of those is text to columns.
So this one is text to column.
Okay, so hit that. Is it delimited? You know, remember what that means?
Yes.
So it is delimited. Okay,
Yes.
so then you hit next.
And then, but isn't, can you
What's
use the
your
comma?
delimiter? Go ahead,
The
what?
comma. But I thought you could have put a, oh, but there's no
There is
comma.
no
Okay.
comma. What's your
Okay.
delimiter?
The space.
Okay, so you hit space, you select space, you put a check mark there, and you take the check mark out of tab. You see
Okay.
delimiters? Under
No.
delimiters is this a list of types of delimiters.
So I'm gonna select space.
And you're going to undo tab because you're not using a tab as a delimiter. Okay. And so this is how it was. You see how it breaks the data into Agnes, Smith, Juan, Jones on the bottom in the data preview.
Yeah.
Always check your data preview because it's going to show you how the thing is going to look. Now you can hit next. Okay, what's next? That's how it looks right now. Do you agree with it? Did it break the data the way you wanted it?
Yes.
I think so too. Hit finish. And all your first names are under the first name column, all your last name are under the last name column. All right. So go ahead. So let's do over the split cells again.
Okay, so I'm going to go to highlight what I want to split.
Okay, that's good.
So I select my range. I don't know if my computer has some sort of a delay.
No, you're good.
And
I
then
think you're
I'm
good.
going to go to data because I'm splitting data. And then I go to text to columns because I'm splitting text into more than one column. And I select that. And then it's delimited.
Yeah.
Characters such as comment. Okay. So after, because that is highlighted, I'm going to select next.
That's good.
And then I can, from the delimiters, I can select if I want it to be tab or semicolon or what. This is just separated by a comma, a space. So I select space and
That's
then
good.
I select next. Make sure no other delimiter is highlighted. I select next. it previews what your text is going to look like.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's how I wanted it to be separated. And so then I hit finished.
That's good.
Finish.
Good. All right.
Mhm.
I like that. All right. So we're done with this page. Can I hide this page now? I want
Yeah.
you to hide this page. Hold on. Let me see if we finished with everything. Wrap text, sort table by state. Okay. So I need you two. Okay. I need you to sort the table by state. So this table here, right? I need you to sort it by state. Can you do that for me, please?
Sorted by state.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are in the state of Georgia.
Where's the column for state?
Oh, right here. And when you
You're
sort it by
you're on
state,
column L. Is that the column for state?
no, this one
Okay, now
here.
you're on
And,
column M.
mhm,
Okay, all right. So how many states you see there?
a couple, 2, 3.
Okay. So we want to sort that table by state. Now hit the home menu. Okay.
Mhm.
Under the home menu, you have on the far right something called sort and filter.
Okay,
It's
I
under the
see.
editing menu. So you're going to sort, you're going to do a custom sort. And let me stop, let me explain. You see this item here where it says my data has headers?
Uh-huh.
Yes. If
Yes.
you want to, if you have headers, you want to say, yes, my data has headers, because you don't want it to sort age as one of the data items to sort. You want it to keep age as a topic and then
Mhm.
sort everything below that, or sort state. You want it to keep state as a topic and sort everything below it in order by state,
Okay.
right? So always keep in mind that if you have no headers, then it's okay to click that off, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what are you, the first question is, what are you going to sort by? So you're going to use that drop down to identify what you're sorting by.
State.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
so that's it. And you're going to sort A to Z or Z to A, doesn't matter in our case, but I just want to point out that you can do Z to A or A to Z,
Okay.
right? And then you say, okay, you click okay. Now, all the AGs are at the top. CT, then FL Florida, then Georgia, right? So you have
Mhm.
people in Georgia, people in Florida, people in Connecticut, people in Antigua.
Right.
So you have sorted by state. Now I want you to sort by age, the same table, so keep it highlighted. You want to sort by age, but you want the highest age to come out first.
Okay, so then you're going to select sort again, right?
Mm-hmm,
Sort and filter, and then do custom sort,
mm-hmm.
and then you're going to go sort by let's select this and sort by age, right? And then you can even change it smallest to largest or largest to smallest. We'll keep it as smallest to largest. Or
What
how
did
do
who
you?
did I tell you I wanted to come out on top?
I Oh, I didn't hear you.
I said the oldest person first.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. So I'm going to go largest to smallest,
Uh-huh.
right? And then I'm going to select OK.
Okay, that's
Hmm.
good. That's good. Now I want you to filter all of the people who live in Georgia. So you have your table selected already. So you select the range that you want to work on. You already have it selected. I want you to go to sort and filter again, but this time you're going to choose filter.
Okay. So I'm going to go to sort and filter again. And then you say instead of sort, I'm going to go to filter.
Okay,
And
stop right there. So when you hit filter, you see some little drop downs at on your subject line, right?
Mm-hmm.
at the topic. That's what filter does.
Oh,
Did
okay.
you
Okay.
see the arrows and
Yeah.
the headings?
Yes.
Okay, so if what are you filtering by? What did I ask you to filter by? People who live in
In
Georgia,
Georgia. Okay. So I'm filtering by state.
right? So click that arrow.
So I'm gonna go this one.
Yeah, yeah, yep. And you just want Georgia. So don't select all, just click Georgia.
And then I hit OK.
Mm-hmm.
So what's gonna happen to the rest of the people? They're gone.
So now they're still there, but they're hidden. So now you only have the people who live in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Stop for a minute. Let me show you something. If you look to the left on the row numbers,
Mm-hmm.
you see row number 1 is there, row number 2 is there. Row numbers 3 and 4 are hidden because they don't live in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Row number 7 and 8 are hidden because they don't live in Georgia. You with me?
Yes.
And so on. So that's what filter does. It hides the other data and only returns the data in which you're interested. So now you could copy this, and if you wanted to create a spreadsheet just for the Georgia residents, you
Mm-hmm.
would copy this over to that spreadsheet. And that's a quick way of doing that. Now, if you want to remove the filters, you go
Uh-huh.
up to sort and filter again
Sort and filter.
and clear.
Clear.
Boom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need you. Okay. So to remove the filter, you would go here,
Where?
sort and filter, and
Mm-hmm.
just click filter again.
Okay. So I'll have to do it twice. Okay.
No. You cleared. Okay. Let me do it over. So do it over yourself. Sort and filter. Let's filter by shoe size this time. Actually, by now, but you need something that multiple people have. We don't have anything else. We have to filter by state again because that's the only one that has multiple people in that category. Okay. Okay. Now select everybody in Antigua. And you can do multiple selections, but for now we're just practicing. Okay, so only 2 people live in Antigua, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you filter out what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Now to clear the filter, now you see where it says state here,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a drop down with a little filter.
Right.
Click on that. Oh, hold on. I thought you could clear filter from state. Down, up,
Um,
up, right there.
um, right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So when you see the filter on, it shows you which cell which heading it's filtered on.
Mm-hmm.
And you just clear it by clicking on that filter again and say
Okay.
clear. Does that make sense?
Right. But it doesn't clear like the whole table.
No. Filter doesn't clear the table. Filter
Okay.
just says, show me only these items. When you're
Mm-hmm.
finished seeing them, you can always unfilter and
Okay.
the whole table will remain.
Okay.
I hope that made sense. Miss
Yes.
Agnes, you have any questions or we lost you? I see that you're muted.
I'm still here. I'm listening
Oh,
everything, but I
okay.
have to mute. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think that's it for today. We got through this tab. I do recommend that you go back over all the videos so that you refresh, you remember what you did before, because if we have to go back over the stuff we did the last 2 weeks again next week, then we may not get to conditional formatting, but I want to be able to get to conditional formatting. So
Okay.
please, when you can, take some time, I've tried to make the videos, I'm trying to make them 20 minutes or less. I will try to do 15 minutes if possible, but go back over the videos and see how much you can learn from there, see how much you remember, and practice, practice. You can make your own little table and just practice, practice, practice.
Okay.
All right, it's worth it.
Okay. Will do.
Uh, Thank you all for attending, and I'll see you next week.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
take
All
care.
right. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.